Good morning, YouTube. Just got done taking care of the chickens and the turkeys and the chickens. I've gassed up the BCS and I'm ready to do the garden on the, east side of the fruit trees. I'll let you watch so you can see what I was talking about with the BCS yesterday. But you'll see, it'll behave because I'm recording it. It won't power itself uphill in loose dirt. It races downhill in loose dirt. I don't know. I thought that the BCS would be heavier, get good traction, and I was thinking epic tier rototiller that has attachments to make it worth whatever 7K, or the model I was looking at was 7K. But as a tiller, this is no better than any other tiller I've ever touched, and I'm kind of wondering if I went to town and rented a rear tine tiller if it wouldn't do better. I just may do it for the bottom half. I didn't do anything with the bottom half, but considering the neighbor's tiller is starting to act a little funny, I don't want to break it, so I'm going to bring it back and tell them what happened. Anyway, I'm going to get to shoveling rows and digging post holes, put little clips of that, and then we'll see where I can get the garden today. I know you guys are keenly aware of my backyard or my front yard by now. So the fact that I set up on this line and I said I was going to do post holes, yeah, that's right. The disking filled them back up. Should be pretty easy though. Drove the tractor over the corner one about a dozen times. I made great progress on the post holes. It turns out the whole north side of the fence wasn't straight, so I restrung it and had to widen some of the holes to make them so they would be straight. The east side was the worst side as far as finding stuff that the post hole couldn't get through, so I ended up digging a whole bunch of holes over there. But finally, that right tendon that I had worked on said, "You will stop." So I went and got myself an ice pack, and I stopped, had lunch, and here we are. So the next step here is to get the 4x4s arrayed so that I can burn them. So these 4x4s are out of my shop, and they're just out on some 3-inch tall lumber. And they were, let's see if I can, they were right there on those 4x4s, drying out of the sun. All of my wood should have been in there drying out of the sun, but I knew it wasn't gonna get to dry so much, so I've been drying them in piles outside. I am going to work on a solar kiln later in the year, but let me show you the next pile. So that pile of lumber there used to be sitting on those 2 logs, but it fell down yesterday. And I'm going to take so I need to find the 4x4s in that, and then everything else is going to go in the garage. I need to go down by the chickshaws and get the wood from down there, but that's going to require a little bit extra effort. As you can see, the garden corner is right there. I can no longer drive the tractor on the garden. I've banned myself. So to get the tractor through here, I need to do something with this log right here, and that stick, and that bucking stand. All that stuff's got to be cleaned up. Let's get her done. If you don't know how to make a bucking stand, leave a comment. I will make a video on how to make a bucking stand, because this thing's awesome. So it's 48 inches wide, and I've got little marks at 16, so it makes it really easy to cut the tailings up from the sawmill, which you may have noticed is right there. I love the smell of fresh cut lumber. Let's see what's next. I need to move all that stuff that I cut, so that's boring to watch. Then I'm going to put the chainsaw, I'm going to put the sawmill somewhere else, and then I'll be able to get the tractor in here. Bring you back then. All right, cleaned up and moved a lot of stuff, so that I can now drive the tractor to that pile over there, and as you can see, it's positioned by this one here. Because we're going uphill, I want the tractor going uphill when I load it, so I can tell that everything's cool. I don't want to be doing any kind of crazy turns, because if you run over like a little stick like that, suddenly it wants to feel like it's slipping. I'm going to get that loaded up. We'll see you at the shop. Alright, here's the first load that I brought up. They are 2x6s by 11. That's how long the log was. I usually cut them a little long because I want 10 footers, because the last 6 inches on each end will crack if it dries too fast, which some of them, because I left them outside, were drying too fast. So you can see the support network underneath these little 4x4s, and then on top of each 4x4 over the board is I think it's called a sticker, and that keeps the boards 3/4 inches apart. What I do is I run a fan inside of my shop that will slowly dry all these boards out, and the shop, of course, keeps it out of the sun, which is pretty ideal, short of the solar kiln. Alrighty then, got every hole cleaned from this one all the way up there, all the way across this way and back down until we see the rock motivator flush breaker bar. So all I have to do is this row here and 2 holes over there. Like I said, my tendon went out on me, so it's like, it's starting to ache. Not pushing that. We did get all the 2x6s out of one pile moved and stacked. Not any more 4x4s discovered. I need to go to a different pile for that. So now that there's only 1x6s in the one pile, I'll move all the 1x6s from the other pile to the 1x6 pile, get the 2x6s, 2x4s, and 4x4s out of that pile, and put them here, there, and everywhere else. But that's tomorrow's task. Think homesteading thoughts, and I will see you tomorrow.